forget to tap for those hearts. And of course, I ask everyone, if you're getting some value out of this, to make sure that you are swiping right and sharing so that we can keep the conversation going. Hello, Bobby. Hey, Fitness Found Me. Hello, Amy. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello, Jody. Hi, everyone. Flip this around. Hey, everyone. So, thanks again, everyone, for joining. It's always great to see we have some new folks joining in too. So a quick hello to those of you who do not know me. Hello, Lisa, too. So I am Amanda from Run to the Finish. I am a running coach, a longtime fitness blogger, travel writer, and I'm enjoying Periscope with you guys because it is my chance to connect with you and give you what I hope is some valuable insights that I have learned not only from coaching but from my own life. And hello in the UK. And always, Runnerscope is your time to ask running questions as well. So, oh, good, Amy. I love that. Thank you. So since I take the time to show up and you take the time to show up, I do ask that if it's something good, you make sure you're swiping to share it and tapping for those hearts just so that I know you're still there and getting something out of it. So today I wanted to talk about something that is really important to me and something that I've seen really make a difference in those that I coach. I'm moving around here. And that's getting out of your own way. So I think that a lot of us have obstacles. That's life. But a lot of times those obstacles are things that we've created right here. So I will give you a good example for myself. And that is the main reason that I have not Boston qualified has been a fear that I have up here, because the last time that I went hardcore for it was when I ended up with IT band issues and didn't run for 6 months. And that was my own issue. That was because of poor choices in training. But still now, every time I do speed work, I have that little bit of an idea here that maybe I'm going to be injured. And then I'm not going to be able to run for a few months. Madison. And if I can't run, well, running is something that brings me a lot of joy. So, all right. She makes me happy. Amy, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. So lately I have been easing back into speed work and reminding does it look like I have a mustache? She's killing me. And reminding myself that I'm not the same person that I was that first time. It's Ram. Tell me how to say it. I know I'm going to your last and saying Amy. So I guess that's what I just want all of us to take a second and realize, are the obstacles that we're putting, are the obstacles that we're putting in our way actual obstacles or things that, well, sorry, you should have told me sooner. Or things that we are kind of conjuring up in our mind. So this happens a lot. In fact, I posted about it today, so I'm really just kind of talking to you more about it. But one of the examples that I gave in the article, which really meant a lot to me, was hearing Gabby Reese talk about how there was an incident where, for those of you who are into volleyball, these names will mean something. For the rest of you, maybe not. But there was a men's Olympic team, and they were down to the very last play, and this was either going to win it or lose it. And the coach looked at one specific player, who is Coach Coach Karai, and said, "This is it. It's your play. You go out there, and you're the one I expect to hit this ball down." And he took that, and he did it. He then tried to use that exact same tactic on a women's team, and the women freaked out and fell apart. Women often don't like being singled out for our talents, and a lot of it has to do with that as we're growing up, we're sort of taught about this idea of being, humble and don't get too big for your britches and you need to be modest. But there's a difference between being humble and not bragging about yourself and not owning what you're really good at. And I think that too many of us aren't owning what we're great at because we're nervous about standing out from the crowd. Hey, Hillary, thanks for joining. You probably have some great insights on this too. So it's this idea that if we really stand out and we really, go after those things that we're really good for, and we stand up and say, you know what, I am good at this. I am a good runner, or I am a good writer, or I'm great at social media, or I am a good mother, I'm a good friend, or whatever it is. We stand up and really take that banner and wave it around and say, you know what, I believe in myself, I am good at this. Then people take that as you being cocky, or you are concerned that it's perceived that way. But really, everyone needs what you're good at. And I think when we are willing to get out of our own way and get out of our own fears of how that's going to be perceived when we come forward and say, I can do this, we have a greater chance at really hitting our goals. So thanks for the hearts, guys. Love it. I would love to hear, do you feel like you are getting in your own way? What obstacles do you think are keeping you from reaching your big goals, whether it's in running or whether it's in life? I'd love to hear what you think they are. So for me, once I started thinking about that, I kind of started to write down, well, what are some of the things that I'm not accomplishing, and what are the things that I keep saying are my obstacles, and are those obstacles real, or am I creating those so that I have a reason to not have achieved that goal? And yes, a lot of it does go back to confidence, but I think confidence changes as we get older. So I don't think it's the same confidence as when we were a kid. Now I think it's more of a feeling of deserving. So you deserve it. You deserve to hit your goals. Lack of focus, always in my own way and very hard on myself. Yes, other runners. Yes, deserving. So I think a lot of it comes back to this deserving. So if you're lacking focus, a lot of times it's because we are, oh gosh, there are so many people doing so many amazing things, and we want to be doing all of those amazing things too. And so we start spreading ourselves here and there and trying to do this and that. We want to be the runner and the CrossFitter because, this person we respect over here is lifting weights, but this person over here is running. And that's okay. You can do all of those eventually. But pick one right now and decide that, you know what, I deserve to be great at this. I deserve the rewards of seeing it all the way through, and start there. I think that helps with focus. The same thing though with comparing yourself to other runners is, I deserve to enjoy my runs, and I deserve to show up at a race and feel good about it. And so comparing yourself to other runners is super easy to do because we are all over social media. It's super easy to find everyone's race times. People are posting about it. And, I can say absolutely 100% I understand that. I've been a runner for 13 years. I've been a running coach for a while. I have helped people, break a 1:37 half marathon time. I haven't even run that, but I can coach someone to run that. And part of me, yes, will feel like, oh my God, should I really be coaching someone to run that fast? There are other coaches who are so much faster. That's okay. You figure out what it is that works for you. So for me, it's the fact that I can run every day whenever I want and enjoy it. I can enjoy it. I still have years and years and years of running ahead of me because I'm doing all the right things to stay injury-free. So comparison is a hard trap, always, but looking at why you deserve to enjoy it, I think, is so key. What were some of the other, I know you threw up some other obstacles, guys. I kind of missed some of them. I know there was focus. I know there was lack of confidence. I know there was a little bit of the comparison. Thank you guys for sharing. Appreciate it so much, so much. Thank you. I just really want all of us to feel like we can reach our goals and get out of our own way. Lack of discipline. So that's a great one, though, because that one is really sort of an intrinsic thing. It goes back to, I've said this to Jody more than once, sometimes if we aren't achieving things, it's not that we can't, it's that it's not a priority. So the lack of discipline is really more that at the moment, that's not your biggest priority. So if you aren't hitting your weekly training regimen, or you aren't sticking to the diet, it's not the parties, it's not the other things, it's that at the moment, whatever that result is not your biggest priority. Oh yeah, what happens if you actually do it? So what if you really hit that huge goal? That is a scary one too. I think that's where the little tools like visualization come into play. So I know a lot of you have probably also been jumping on maybe Beck's Life or Grace Smith. They do meditations every day. And I think there's a component there of really just sort of helping you to get inside your head, to slow down, and to visualize that end result that you really want. So sometimes we have these goals, but we're kind of generic about them. So an example would even be Boston qualifying. So someone is, yes, that's their goal. They want to Boston qualify, but they skip all the steps in between. Like, how do they want to feel during training? How do they want to feel on race day? How do they want to feel when they cross that finish line? So kind of thinking through a lot of those things, and then not worrying so much about the result of what anyone else is going to think. So I think that is part of the fear too, is what if you change and not everyone agrees with your change? And that can be difficult. But again, that's still up here. So that's still a mental block that you're creating instead of getting out of your own way. You're holding yourself back by worrying about things that you have no control over. All right, gang. I hope that helped a little bit. I hope that gave you guys some things to think about. I love your honesty. I love that you're showing up. You can always find things on runnerscope.com too when there are specific questions and I take notes, or there's something that I think you guys can follow up with later. I will try to make sure that I post it there as well. Otherwise, I will say goodbye for now, and thanks again for being here. Good. Thank you, Jody. You are so, so, so welcome. And to all of us, let's get out of our own way and make some awesome stuff happen this week. Yes, I will talk more about the vacation.com in another scope. Actually, I've got some travels coming up, and I will talk all about it then. All right, bye, gang.